Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data World channel. Today I am here with a new video in NoSQL series or MongoDB series. That is another aggregate function, aggregate stage we are having, that is group. We are going to see all the details regarding this group, how we can apply it, where it is getting applied. All these details we are going to watch into this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So here we are having multiple options or in our MongoDB Compass. Right now we are watching this MongoDB Compass is the GUI form of your MongoDB into which you interact with the documents or the collection. So we are into this aggregation. In aggregation we are in the phase of creating the pipeline. In pipeline we are having multiple stages with which the pipeline is created. If you want to know more detail about this, how to create the pipeline and how it is getting created and all, you can check out that specific video. And here in this particular one we are going to see, we will click here add stage. That means we are going to add one more stage into our pipeline, into which we are having this particular 887 documents in our collection. On this 887 document we are going to apply grouping. If you are aware of grouping, what it is, so let me tell you that grouping is nothing but organizing your similar type of data into a different groups. That is only called as grouping. Now how it is applied, we are having an option over here, that is group. Okay, this group. So here you can see that it is help text is given as group document by a specified expression. That means based on some expression we are grouping the things whatever they are into this particular collection. We will understand this whole concept with example particularly. Why with example? Because if I will explain you on the syntax format, you might confuse, but if I will tell you or show you few of the examples, I have taken up 4 different examples over here with which we will be understanding. So here first I am going to copy this particular one because this is very basic one which we will be seeing right now. So when we are applying this particular one, just a second, so stage operator is required. So I will just, what we will do, I will just take a group from here. Fine. Now when this group we will take, we will first delete it, again we will take back the group. Now if we are pasting it, hopefully it should give you the result. Now what it is getting done over here, let's understand one by one. So here you can see that we have specified that based on this whole document we are going to apply aggregation function on this particular group. That means we are assuming that whole collection is in itself a group. So when we are assuming it, now we want to take out the count from whatever documents over there into this particular collection. To pull out the count, what we are going to do over here, that is count and then this particular count as it is only the expression, and count of what, it's nothing, right? That means it will take up all the thing. So this particular example is equivalent if you are aware of SQL or SQL. So definitely this is equivalent to something like select count star from this particular table, because table is analogous to collection over here. So select star from that, select count star from that particular table. That is, if it is written it into the MongoDB, it is something written something like this, that ID you are not going to provide anything. That means you need not to pull out any of the column specifically from the group. It is telling that thing. Count, because count is the this particular one is the alias. This count is nothing but the alias which you can see over here, correct? That this has been given as count. If you will change it to total count, just to demonstrate how these things are working, if you will see, this has been changed to total count. Now what function is counting this whole of the documents. This particular one is counting whole of the document. Okay, now we will jump to next one, that we are having group by on sex field and find total fare with respect to value in sex field. That means we are going to classify or group whole of the collection basis of the sex field, and whatever the total fare bifurcated group wise, it will be given as the output in each of the group. So what I am trying to tell you, let me just show it first, then you will better understand. I will remove it, put it over here. Let me break it down so that you will be better understand this particular one. So what you can see over here there are two fields we have described into this, that is ID. This ID is nothing but what we are going to take is which particular column we are going to consider is, that is sex column. Basis of sex column only we are going to create group by. That means it is equivalent something like this, that select whatever column name you want to put from the table name, group by sex column. So this is equivalent to that. Now total fare if we are putting, so this is total fare is nothing but the alias again. And what is the aggregation function we are using? That is the sum aggregation function. On which column we are aggregating? That is fare column. Hope you are getting. So select sum of fare from the table name, group by sex column. This is equivalent to the statement which I mentioned right now. Okay, so now you can see that female has been grouped separately, male has been grouped separately, and for female total fare when added, it is coming to be 13966 something, and for male it is coming to be 14688, correct? So this is how grouping is happening when we are having some particular column, basis of some particular column we are grouping, and then basis of some aggregate function, that is sum, we are using over here. Now what we are going to take is, we are going to just take two more examples so that you can be more clear that how the things are executing. You should not be left with any confusion. For that we have taken this particular example, into which let me tell you what it is going on over here. We'll just break it down quickly. So what you can see over here, that we are again grouping on the basis of sex column, but this time we are taking two aggregate function. First one is the sum of fare, and another one is the count of whatever documents that particular group is containing. We want to pull out that count as well. So to pull out that count, what we are doing, we are just putting this count function and leaving that particular one as blank, because anyway this is going to be bifurcated or getting grouped on the sex column. So you can see that for male there are 573 males into each of the whole of the collection, and there are 314 female in whole of the collection. Total fare, this is the total fare, and for female this is the total fare. Okay, now we are having the last example which we will be watching right now is this one. Let's see what it is happening over here. Let me break it down. This time we are taking three aggregate function into our whole of the group. First, again we are grouping on the basis of this sex column, and then we are having total fare as the alias name, then the sum of the fare into that particular group, which we were doing earlier into the earlier example as well. Count we have already done. Only thing we have added over here is average fare. So for pull out the average fare, we are just using this AVG expression. On which column we need to have average find it out? So that is on the fare column. So at last it is giving you mail, and total fare against that mail is coming out to be 14688, count is 573, average fare is 25.633. Similarly for female we are getting. Apart from these aggregate function, we are having many more other functions as well. What aggregate function is? You have already seen that this sum is the aggregate function, count is the aggregate function, average is the aggregate function. Apart from that, we are having min, max, first, bottom. There are multiple more. You can explore it on definitely on the documentation of MongoDB if it is required. But these were some of the things which was frequently getting used, so I have covered up. So hope this video you found it very helpful. Definitely if you found it helpful, kindly like to the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much guys for watching out the video. See you in the next one with some other topic. Thanks again.